Hello, and welcome to our virtual annual discipline meeting for the 2022-2023 school year. For those of you who may not know me, I'm Dane Lamont, the School Partnership Specialist for Penn Highlands Dual Enrollment Program. As we continue to adapt to a post-pandemic environment and adjust to new educational hurdles, we are pleased that we can provide you with an opportunity to complete our NACEP required activities in a platform where you can still make a connection to your liaison. Throughout the semester, ACE Liaisons scheduled live Zoom sessions to discuss specific topics related to the disciplines in which you teach. While we understand that it is not always possible for you to attend these live sessions, these sessions were recorded so you can get the benefit of the event with the discussion from those who attended. Please enjoy the recording of your annual discipline-specific activity. We hope next school year we will be able to welcome you back to our campus for an in-person event. Thank you for your continued hard work in making this program available to students.
Okay, so we're going to record the meeting for anybody that is not able to join us tonight. I think I know absolutely everybody on the call. I'm Megan. I have either done your ACE observation this semester, or I've done it past semesters, or maybe you're due soon. Dana Kissel, if she's watching later, I know she's going to be doing the spring. She's with Berlin. I've been doing this for a little while now, and it's been interesting with COVID, but that's why we're part of a community together. So some things that I have learned from you all and things that I'm hearing from you all is that, of course, our kids are Zoom fatigued, we're Zoom fatigued. We have all sorts of content and the kids are used to consuming content. I'm in a rut, all sorts of problems like that. So that's what I focused the meeting on. I did share the agenda with you. It is on the screen in front of you. Do we have any issues with content in any of your classes that we need to bring to my attention? Like, are we struggling to get textbooks? Are we struggling to get supplemental materials? Things like that. Okay, I'm not hearing any. So if there are, just if somebody could email me, just say, hey, I'm concerned about this, that, whatever, let me know, because the sooner I know about these things, the easier it is for us to coordinate those with you. Like I said, we're in a different world. Certainly you guys know this because of COVID and with all of the changes, we just need to connect with our kids in ways that we've not before. I put on there, the world is crazy for everyone. Hello, inflation. Hello, weather. Hello, everything else. What are things that we can do to make the classroom feel fresh, feel new? So some of the ideas that were pitched to me and some ideas that I came up with, I want to share with you now. We have a bunch of other educators, and I hope she doesn't mind me calling her out, but Sarah Lentz is on this Zoom, and she is an educator that I am forever drawing inspiration from. She has tons of supplementals. She has tons of ideas. She and Dana Kissel both actually, they're always like, have you heard about this website? And they'll send it to me. So please don't hesitate. If you are feeling that way, or you're like, I need something else, reach out to me. If nothing else, maybe I can connect you with somebody else who's using it in their classroom. The biggest thing I want you to take away is that you don't have to recreate the wheel. We have new ideas. We have all sorts of content online that you can draw from. I gave you some ideas here. Let's look at those. See if I can figure out how to share a new one. Sorry, guys. Court held on Zoom does not involve screen sharing, so this is a little different. I'm sure you guys are familiar with GimKit. GimKit is an online gaming platform. They have tons of kits for languages, or you can make your own. There is a free level, there's a premium level, and they are constantly rolling out new modes. So again, to do review games, things like that, it definitely can make it feel fresh and new. Sometimes I do this when I'm introducing vocab and the kids are like, well, I don't know, we haven't had this before. I know. So take a guess. Let's see how you go. And then, of course, he's cheating, all of that. But it's another nice online platform. Lookit is also completely free. They also have it pronounced as Blue Kit. Oh my God. So I've been pronouncing it Blookit like for the last 2 years of education. Cool. Again, it's another free online platform, has different modes, different games for the kids, different ways to review concepts, and certainly different ways for them to team up. So one of the things that you can do to stop the fatigue is to say, today we're going to partner up. Today we're going to do individual lessons. Today we're going to do boys versus girls. Sometimes even that shuffle in the classroom can kind of make things feel a little bit fresh and new. Let me show you too some well, they're not professors anymore. A lot of them have gone back to middle school, high school education. So Profe Plots, she actually does both. She has this whole blog here. She has tons of free activities. See, she has freebies up here. She has blogs. She has a newsletter, and everybody's like, oh, I don't want to sign up for a newsletter. You want to sign up for this one. She sends free stuff all the time. Like, here's a Frida Kahlo reading activity. Sometimes she'll be like, look, I just created this, and it's available in my Facebook group. I have a link to her Facebook group in the agenda. And again, tons of educators on there just sharing ideas and content for when you just feel like I have no idea what is happening. Stephanie, can you email us this agenda? Oh, my gravy, did they not email it to you? I'm sorry. I will absolutely send it out to everybody. I apologize. I thought that was previously sent out, and I guess it wasn't. So yes, Stephanie, I will make sure that that is handled. That's not a problem. So again, back to Profe Plots, like if you look around her stuff, I mean, she spends a lot of time, and she does a nice job. This is not something that's haphazardly thrown together. You see she has free sub plans. Facebook group, of course, the link is up here. And this is if you're teaching Spanish. So I know we have, I think Farrah Thompson, I think she teaches French. I'm sure there are similar ones for French. And Sarah, you may even know what those are. But I am sure there are similar things, just sometimes a Google search is what you need. Senorita Spanish, I love her. She is another one. If you're teaching Spanish, you need just some ideas or extra activities for kids that may be struggling or some new ideas that are here. She has her own shop and Teachers Pay Teachers, and she frequently offers like discounts or flash sales too. So again, if you're thinking, oh, this is going to break the bank, no, they try to make this as affordable for educators as they can. She has even just some ideas on her blog. Yes, I know. You can get free resources if you sign up for her newsletter as well. And then she has just links to how to connect with other people, see free activities for Spanish class. It's a really nice community. I know people are kind of like, oh, I didn't realize like there were blogs or where I should be getting teaching inspiration from. These are not the blogs that you maybe hear about from your kids. So no hesitation in contacting them. Something that I did not find out about until I would say probably last year this time is that Teachers Pay Teachers has a whole free section of resources. And I don't even remember who told it to me, but basically type in whatever you need in the search box. You can narrow it by grade or subject. And then when you get to the screen that shows you all the results, hit this sort button. And it'll say relevance rating, price ascending, or most recent. If you hit price ascending, your free ones will all appear first. So again, just something different if you're like, oh, surely there's got to be something out here. Like here, free holiday Christmas thank you cards, also in Spanish, just something to pass out to your kids. Here's Christmas activities, also free. Sometimes you'll look at them and the grades are different. So like this is grade 7 to 10. K through 8th. So just kind of watch that stuff. But again, just something different that you guys, these are supplemental resources. I'm sure they have something coordinating with what you're teaching. So when those days come and you guys just feel like, oh, I am never going to be able to get through this day, this week, whatever, it's fine. There's something out there. Somebody else has gone through it. Let me scroll back to the agenda, figure out how to do that. Sorry, guys. Like I said, Zoom is not my forte. Okay. And Stephanie, like I said, I will email this to everybody. I put Profe Plots. She is, like I said, she's on here. I think I did. No, I didn't put her Facebook. Okay. Let me make a note to add her Facebook group. I will send that out the email as well. You have to request to join, but I'm also in the group, so I can add you as well. But if you are on Facebook, like I said, there's a ton of educators on there, all sorts of different grades, and they'll post things like, is anybody teaching about this? Do you have ideas? I had one teacher that wanted to teach about Clemente. Clemente was one of my specialties as an educator. I actually did a whole week of Clemente with my kids. So I just sent her over all the resources that I came up with. It's just a really nice community. So again, please don't feel like, oh, I'm burned out, I have nowhere to turn. You absolutely have somewhere to turn. If you've known me for a while, you know I have a Pinterest board. My Pinterest board is constantly updated. I am on there weekly, I'd say, putting new content up. So again, if you're like, oh, my kid doesn't understand this, chances are I have something that breaks it down. Again, we talked about teachers pay teachers. There are other online resources that are free. We have Jamboard, Flipgrid, Duolingo Classroom rolled out last year to some pretty good reviews. Kahoot, which I'm sure you've done, WordWall, you've probably heard of Boom Cards, Blookit, or Blue Kit, as they told me. I can't believe I've been pronouncing that for 2 years wrong. That's okay. We have digital mystery pictures from other Spanish teachers. If you have a Google Classroom, so I think Sarah Lentz, you have a Google Classroom. If there are things that you need, and I have a digital mystery picture or I have something else in Google Share, I will happily share that with you. Let me know you have a Google Classroom and I can send you over what I have. And again, it's just other educators have shared it with me. I think there is even a Guess Who game board on there that we got from, I think somebody at Greater Johnstown actually. We talked about following blogs or subscribing to newsletters. Everybody on Cyber Monday, I'm sure, is like not wanting to do subscriber newsletters, but I assure you, this is not your typical one. Both of those websites are great, and their newsletters are very thoughtful and encouraging. And sometimes it's just like, "Hey, are you feeling burned out because it's almost Christmas break?" Yep, me too. Here's something else. Like it's nice to feel somebody else is going through this with you. Don't hesitate to use games as a way to connect kids to material. I got a lot of flack for this as an educator that I use bingo or matamascas, which is the fly swatter game, to introduce things. And I mean, honestly, sometimes it's just the break that the kids need. So there's no shame in doing that. Like I said, my administration did kind of shame me in doing that, but honestly, it was a way to just break up the worksheets and break up, the listening activities. Sometimes they just need that. If there are any faculty on here that are willing to share ideas or contact info, if you could just let me know, I will keep a database here so that way if there are others that are struggling, I can say, hey, connect with this person, and then I can try to connect you with each other because it's hard when we don't see each other in person for these meetings anymore, and sometimes you only see each other once a year when we did have them. So I want to make sure that if you guys, if there's a community here that you want to have, that we can build that for you. Are we having any issues with enrollment? So we had a little bit of a hiccup during the 2 COVID years. Are we seeing any issues with enrollment? Okay, doesn't look like it. So we don't have to worry about that. Bill, I know you are new to the session. So assessments, if you've been with me for a little while, you understand that we have to do assessments. I have to see them in the year that I have visited your classroom. There is a form, there's objectives, certain things that you will need to fill out. You need to also submit to me an A project, a C project, and a failing project if you have one. And of course, if you don't have one, that's wonderful. You just need to let us know that. I talked to the Office of School Partnerships, I think it was 2 weeks ago, Bill, when we had yours, and they indicated that in the past we've done a final project in May-ish. If you guys have any big project that's coming up, you are welcome to use that for the assessment. So, for example, one year, and Sarah, I'm going to call you out, so I hope you like don't hang up from this call like hating me, but one year Sarah did like this whole fashion show and it was just incredible. And that was a big end of year project. But let's scale that back. What if she wanted to do something leading up to that that is also a big project worth a chunk of a child's grade? That's fine. If you have questions about what counts as the assessment, shoot me over your ideas. Chances are anything that are hitting any of the aspects of the syllabus that's what we're looking for assessment. And again, if you grade them and you're like, I don't have any C work or I don't have any failing work, that's fine. What's your highest? What's your lowest? Because even that will help. We have to submit assessments as part of our accreditation. So we just want to make sure that we are hitting those target marks. We have other educators that have done different projects in the past. So if you're struggling coming up with any ideas, let me know. We did a travel project one year where the kids had to do like plan a trip, and then they had to present it like they were trying to sell it to their classmates, like who wants to sign up for the trip. We've had, like I said, Sarah did her fashion show. We've had a lot of different things. There were comic book strips. One year a teacher had her kids do some comic book strips. So if you just have any thoughts about that, or you're confused, concerned, reach out, let me know. Your evaluations, you should have all received copies of your evaluations in your email. If you did not, either I didn't visit your classroom this semester, or it didn't come through, let me know and I'll resend it. They also have at Penn Highlands all of the evaluations on file. So if forever and a day from now, if you need them, let us know. We'll pull them. I think they even have them back from like 2016 or 2017. So they're there if you need them for your school district, anything like that, let me know. When you're going over the children's work for the assessment or for any of the final exams, or even just through the semester, if you're concerned about evaluating their work, or if you're concerned about your assessment versus what it would look like at the college level, again, reach out to me. That's what I'm here for. You guys have done this for a long time, most of you, so I'm sure it's not new, but I want to be mindful of Bill and Mary, who may be newer to our program. All right, guys, any additional questions, concerns, or discussion? No? Thanks for letting me call you out, Sarah Lentz. I apologize if I put you on the spot. Like I said, I will email you this agenda. I will email you the links to the Facebook group for Profe Plots. If you want, I can email you, go back to my screen share. I can email you, oh geez. It's laprofeplots.com. You can see that up there, but I can put that in the email as well as senoritasspanish.com. Oh, we have something in the chat. Oh, Sarah says, no worries, I'm honored. Thank you, Sarah Lenz, for being honored. If, like I said, please don't hesitate to reach out. I don't want you guys to feel like, oh, I live on an island, or this is just such a mess, and you know, I don't have anybody around that can help me, or my educator doesn't, or my administrator rather doesn't understand language education. That was my case. That was one of the reasons why I pulled back from my high school teaching job, was my educator just did not understand what it takes to teach a language. It's certainly its own world. So we have a community here. We're willing to help. I am sure any of the lovely people on this call are willing to help. I'm sure any of the people that are watching in the future are willing to help. Just let me know. You guys have my email. I will put it in the chat though, for anybody who is not on the call. And again, this is recorded, so if you need to go back and listen to something, that's fine. I will shoot around the agenda so you have it and you can save it. We typically try to do these in the fall, so it would be about this time next year. The hope is that for 2023, we have an in-person on campus discipline night. They'll have like a little dinner, they'll have a presentation by the college, they'll have a couple I think breakout sessions is what we had before, and then of course we have the meeting. And sometimes you come to these things, it's like, oh, we have 1,000 things to discuss, and sometimes it's nice, like tonight, where you're like, hey, here's just some support we can offer you. So I also wanted to mention too, if you guys are getting new textbooks, we've had a bunch of schools get online resources. We've had a bunch of schools get new textbooks. If you guys need us to weigh in on that, if you're between certain textbooks, or you're not sure what would qualify for the program, we have actually connections through the bookstore that will allow us to vet those programs for you. So you just need to, again, reach out, let me know, and I'll put you in contact with the people that you need to talk to, or I can help you with it if it's something I feel I can manage. But if there's nothing else, I will let you all go for the night. And I thank you so much for listening to me drone on and fumbling through Zoom. Again, if you are interested in creating a community or sharing your ideas with other educators, please just email me and let me know, and I'll put you on a database, okay? Hope you have a great, oh, sure, Bill. Bill says, thanks for the information and ideas. Happy to do it, Bill. I hope you stay on for a long time. You had a really awesome classroom, and sometimes it's just hard to teach a language, and I hope you stay on for a long time. So you are most welcome, Stephanie Whitty. I hope everybody has a lovely night, and I will email this to you. Thanks.